20 Curiosities about the tumultuous life of P. Diddy. Born Sean John Combs on November 4, 1969 in Harlem, New York, P. Diddy grew up in Mount Vernon, raised by his mother after his father was murdered when he was just 2 years old. This early trauma, coupled with growing up in a tough environment, seemed to instill in him a sense of ambition and resilience that would define his career. He attended Howard University, where he developed an interest in the music business, but left before graduating to pursue opportunities in New York. His tenacity soon paid off when he secured an internship at Uptown Records, launching his journey in the world of hip-hop. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Diddy became one of the most influential figures in music, shaping the sound of modern hip-hop and R&B through his work as a producer, entrepreneur, and record label executive. His success with Bad Boy Records catapulted him into stardom, and his collaborations with artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Mary J. Blige, and Faith Evans solidified his place as a kingmaker in the industry. While Diddy's public image was one of glitz and glamour, thanks to his flashy lifestyle and chart-topping hits, his rise to fame was also marked by controversy. His business dealings and personal relationships often found their way into the spotlight, with many questioning the methods behind his success. Despite ongoing controversies and legal battles for most of his career, Diddy remained a dominant figure in the entertainment world, constantly reinventing himself and expanding his brand into fashion, spirits, and television. However, his legacy is now overshadowed by a series of criminal allegations that are bringing down his once glittering reputation. Here is a brief recount of the shady path followed by Sean Combs that led him to his current legal predicament. Number 20. The Uptown Days. P. Diddy, then nicknamed Puff Daddy, launched his career at Uptown Records in the early 1990s. There, he worked as a promoter and producer, quickly earning a reputation for being bold, ambitious, and willing to push boundaries. His aggressive approach to the music industry made him a standout figure in a competitive environment. However, his time at Uptown came to a sudden end when his fearless attitude reportedly clashed with upper management. Despite being fired, Diddy didn't slow down. The setback proved to be the spark he needed to start his own empire, and it wasn't long before he took a risk that would change the trajectory of hip-hop forever with the founding of Bad Boy Records. Number 19. The birth of Bad Boy Records. After his departure from Uptown Records in 1993, Diddy founded Bad Boy Records, a move that would solidify his place as a major force in hip-hop. He brought the same ambition and drive to his new venture, transforming the label into a powerhouse in the music industry. With a roster that included future legends like the Notorious B.I.G., Diddy's knack for marketing and promotion became a hallmark of the label's success. His aggressive, sometimes cutthroat business tactics earned him both fame and notoriety as he reshaped the sound of the 90s. Bad Boy quickly became known for not only producing hits, but also for dominating the charts, defining a generation of hip-hop. Number 18. East Coast-West Coast Rivalry. Bad Boy Records became embroiled in the infamous East Coast-West Coast rap rivalry in 1994. The feud, which involved Diddy's close relationship with the Notorious B.I.G., pitted the East Coast against Tupac Shakur and Death Row Records from the West Coast. While Diddy maintained his innocence regarding any direct involvement, his label's growing tension with the West Coast added fuel to the fire. The rivalry escalated over the years, leading to an atmosphere of distrust and competition within the hip-hop community. Although both Biggie and Tupac were tragically killed in the feud, Diddy emerged relatively unscathed, though many wondered what he truly knew about the violence. Number 17. The Tupac murder allegations. In Inc. 7, following Tupac Shakur's murder, questions arose about whether P. Diddy had any involvement or knowledge of the event. Although nothing was ever proven, rumors have swirled around Diddy and Bad Boy Records' involvement for years. The death of Tupac, which was soon followed by the murder of the notorious Big, shook the industry. Recently, people linked to the industry the day have expressed their theories regarding both deaths, linking various players in the music world, with Diddy often being mentioned due to his proximity to the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. Despite these lingering accusations, Diddy denied any involvement in Tupac's death and continued to build his career, all while maintaining his innocence in the court of public opinion. Number 16. The 1999 nightclub shooting. In 1999, P. Diddy found himself in serious legal trouble after a shooting at a New York City nightclub. Diddy, alongside his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and rapper Shyne, was arrested following the incident. Though Shyne took the fall and was sentenced to prison, Diddy was acquitted of all charges. During the trial, allegations surfaced that Diddy had bribed his driver to claim ownership of a gun found at the scene. Despite the high-profile nature of the case, Diddy managed to avoid conviction, but the trial marked one of the first public stains on his image, signaling the beginning of a more turbulent period in his personal and professional life. Number 15. Settling out of court. Though P. Diddy avoided jail time after the 1999 nightclub shooting, the fallout didn't end with the criminal trial. In 2001, he quietly settled a civil lawsuit filed by a woman who was injured during the chaos. The financial settlement was hefty, though Diddy did not admit guilt in the agreement. This settlement was one of many civil cases Diddy would face over the years, one where his usual modus operandi would be the same: settling out of court. By resolving these lawsuits behind closed doors, he prevented further public scrutiny, but whispers about his questionable involvement in violent incidents continued to follow him, reinforcing his reputation as someone who often sidestepped legal consequences. Number 14. Exploiting bad boy artists. In the 2000s, Diddy faced mounting criticism regarding his treatment of artists on the Bad Boy Records roster. Many accused him of exploitative business practices, claiming that he prioritized profits over the well-being of his signees. Several artists who had worked with Bad Boy spoke out, alleging that Diddy withheld royalties, manipulated contracts, and stifled their creative freedom. Despite these claims, Diddy managed to maintain his grip on the label, continuing to sign and promote talent, all while accusations of exploitation and manipulation hovered over his business dealings. His reputation as a ruthless businessman solidified during this period, but also highlighted one notable fact. The only artist who made money at Bad Boy Records was Sean Combs himself. Number 13. TV fame, abuse rumors. By 2004, Diddy had expanded his brand into reality TV with Making the Band, but his television fame came with new accusations of abusive behavior. Contestants on the show claimed that Diddy subjected them to harsh treatment and mental manipulation as they vied for a spot in the music industry. Allegations of emotional abuse and public humiliation painted Diddy as a power-hungry mogul who thrived on control. While these allegations never led to any formal charges, they added to the growing narrative that Diddy's quest for success often left others in his wake, casting a shadow over his leadership style in both television and music. Number 12. Drug trafficking rumors. In the mid-2000s, rumors surfaced linking P. Diddy to drug trafficking operations. These allegations were based on whispers within the industry that Diddy's power and influence were supported by illicit activities behind the scenes, such as deals with Mexican and Colombian cartels. Though no formal charges were ever filed, speculation about Diddy's involvement in narcotics circulated in both tabloids and underground circles. These rumors added to his growing reputation as someone who operated in the shadows, using questionable methods to maintain his empire. Diddy vehemently denied the accusations, yet they persisted, serving as a backdrop to his continued rise in both business and entertainment. Number 11. Organized crime allegations. By 2010, rumors of Diddy's ties to organized crime began to gain traction. His ability to dominate the music industry was increasingly seen as more than just savvy business skills. Insiders began to suggest that Diddy had deep connections to crime networks that helped him maintain power. Allegations of manipulation, coercion, and bribery were whispered as Diddy continued to expand his influence. Whether or not these claims had any basis in reality, the perception that Diddy played a much darker game than his public persona led on became a recurring theme in his narrative, casting doubt on how cleanly he had earned his success. If you like our work, follow the channel and hit the notification bell so you get informed each time we upload a new video. Number 10. Strong-arming the industry. In 2012, rumors resurfaced suggesting that Diddy used illegal methods to control artists and executives within the music industry. Some claim that he strong-armed record labels, personalities, and CEOs in his lavish parties where he filmed questionable acts, which gave him material to extort deals in his favor. These accusations painted a picture of a mogul who wasn't afraid to bend the rules or break them in order to stay on top. While Diddy continued to deny such tactics, the industry insiders who spoke against him insisted that his business model was built on fear and intimidation. Despite these ongoing allegations, Diddy's career seemed untouchable as he continued to dominate both the business and entertainment worlds. Number 9. Assault arrest at UCLA. In 2014, Diddy was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon after an altercation with a UCLA football coach, where he allegedly swung a kettlebell at the coach. The incident, which involved his son, brought negative media attention to Diddy once again. Although the charges were later dropped, the arrest highlighted Diddy's volatile temper and his willingness to resort to physical aggression when provoked. While some saw this as an overreaction to protect his son, others saw it as another instance of Diddy's tendency to operate outside the bounds of acceptable behavior, especially when his family was involved. Number 8. Allegations of coercion and abuse. By 2018, whispers of Diddy's involvement in more sinister activities had become louder. Rumors circulated that Diddy was not just ruthless in business but also used coercion and intimidation in his personal life. Allegations of physical abuse by singer Cassandra Ventura surfaced, with Diddy resorting to manipulation and controlling behavior to shut down the scandal. While no formal charges were made, these accusations added to Diddy's increasingly controversial image. His once polished public persona was now seen by many as a facade, masking the darker side of his interactions with others, both in the industry and in his private life. Number 7. Cassies lawsuit. In November 2023, singer Cassie, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a lawsuit accusing him of rape and forcing her into sex with prostitutes. The allegations shocked the public, revealing a much darker side to Diddy's personal life. While the lawsuit settled quickly, the accusations were damning, tarnishing Diddy's reputation further. Cassie's claims also opened the floodgates for other victims to come forward with similar allegations, painting a picture of a man who had long used his power and influence to coerce and abuse those closest to him, while managing to keep much of it out of the public eye. Number 6. More plaintiffs emerge. Following Cassie's lawsuit, more individuals came forward, including a plaintiff named Lil Rod. He filed a 74-page lawsuit accusing Diddy of forcing individuals to take the fall for illegal activities, including gun possession and shootings. Lil Rod's accusations were even more damaging, as they extended into Diddy's alleged involvement in the notorious 1999 nightclub shooting. According to Lil Rod, Diddy used coercion and manipulation to ensure that those around him stayed silent about his illegal actions. These claims painted a picture of a man who operated with impunity, using his wealth and power to shield himself from the consequences of his crimes. Number 5. Drug use and firearm possession. In Lil Rod's lawsuit, Diddy was also accused of coercing individuals into using drugs and illegally possessing firearms. These allegations were tied to the same nightclub shooting in 1999 that had already haunted Diddy's career. According to the suit, Diddy's associates were pressured to engage in criminal activity, further implicating the mogul in a pattern of dangerous behavior. Though Diddy continued to deny these allegations, the growing body of evidence suggested a long-standing pattern of coercion and illegal dealings. The lawsuit cast a long shadow over Diddy's career, raising questions about how much more was left to be uncovered. Number 4. December 2023. Raid. In December 2023, federal agents raided 2 of Diddy's homes as part of a wider investigation into sex trafficking, underage abuse, and coercion allegations. The raids were reportedly tied to the claims made by Cassies and other plaintiffs. This marked a significant turning point in Diddy's legal troubles, as federal authorities began taking the accusations against him more seriously. The raids shocked the public and sent ripples through the entertainment industry, with bizarre findings such as nearly 1,000 bottles of baby oil and 700 sex toys of diverse sizes. This raised several questions about how deeply Diddy's alleged criminal activities went. With evidence potentially in hand, federal investigators moved forward, increasing the likelihood that Diddy could face serious criminal charges. Number 3. Facing federal charges. Ongoing federal investigations in late 2023 suggested that Diddy could be facing even more severe charges, including conspiracy, coercion, and potentially sex trafficking. As more plaintiffs came forward and federal authorities gathered evidence, Diddy's legal troubles deepened. What had once been a series of whispers and accusations was now turning into a full-blown criminal investigation, with the potential to dismantle his empire. Most notable of all are his freak-out parties that would go on for days with an unending flow of drugs, alcohol, and sex workers, which he recorded to be used as extortion material. Though Diddy continued to maintain his innocence, the mounting evidence suggested that he would have a difficult time avoiding prosecution. The possibility of federal charges marked a critical turning point in his fall from grace. Number 2. Imprisoned without bail. By December 2024, Diddy was imprisoned without bail as the legal case against him intensified. His refusal to eat meals in jail, reportedly due to fears of being poisoned, suggested that he believed his life was at risk. Diddy's paranoia was said to stem from the dirt he allegedly had on numerous high-profile individuals in the entertainment industry. His imprisonment, combined with his deteriorating mental state, marked the lowest point of his career. Once a powerful mogul with the world at his feet, Diddy now faced the possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison, fighting both legal and personal battles. Number 1. A tarnished reputation. A dead legacy. Despite denying all accusations, Diddy's reputation in 2024 was in ruins. With multiple civil lawsuits, federal investigations, and the threat of further indictments looming, he is no longer seen as the charismatic mogul who once dominated hip-hop. Instead, his legacy became increasingly defined by the allegations of violence, abuse, and coercion that had plagued his career for years. His empire, built on aggressive ambition, now appeared to be crumbling under the weight of these accusations. As Diddy's legal battles continued, the world watches to see how far his downfall would go and whether he could ever reclaim his once untouchable status. As P. Diddy faces mounting legal troubles, the once glamorous image he cultivated over decades is rapidly unraveling. His past relationships with stars like Usher and Justin Bieber, whom he mentored early in their careers, are now viewed through a more critical lens, raising questions about his influence and the true nature of his mentorship. While Diddy has been an undeniable force in shaping the music industry and launching the careers of some of its biggest stars, his alleged involvement in coercion, abuse, and criminal activities casts a long shadow over his accomplishments. As investigations continue, the outcome of these legal battles will likely have a lasting impact not just on Diddy's legacy, but also on the broader music and entertainment landscape he once dominated. We are glad you have reached the end of the video. Please subscribe to the channel and leave suggestion about any topic of your choice in the comments. We are a growing channel and we truly appreciate your support. We'll be back real soon with 20 new curious facts about something else.